Hello? Hi, it's me, CryptoClick. Yeah, I notice you're trading on crypto exchanges, but without any benefits at all? That's madness. You know I've been made an affiliate partner with pretty much every exchange out there, so if you want to get some benefits, you might as well set up exchanges with the links that I've got in the video description or in my Telegram and Discord. You can get welcome bonuses for signing up, or even better, up to 20% off all your trading fees for life. Yeah, I know, what a treat. So next time you fancy setting up an exchange, use some of the links that I've got in my video description, because otherwise you're mugging yourself off. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, shall we? So it's pretty simple at the moment. Before I went away, rudely went away with my family for 4 days. But all the analysis I'd made leading up to that had played out. So we're talking about how Matic was a really good setup. Lo and behold, 90% in 6 days. You can't complain with that. It was a really good chart. That's why I made a song and dance about it. And obviously how I was saying that I think Bitcoin has a good chance of breaking out, but we were still in this range. We had an inverse cupping handle. We also had a traditional cupping handle. And it's a matter of breaking the range. The range to the down was about 19,000. The range to the up was about 21,600, to which we're seeing a retest at the moment, more or less. And to see which one is going to hold. So yeah, we've broken the range yesterday and the day before, to be honest with you. What we're looking for now is continuation, but that's not without a retest of some of these lower zones. So yeah, it does look good. I do like it. There's no particularly buy signals on this. I think Bitcoin for the moment is a major indicator of the crypto market's overall health. This is why we're seeing such decent rallies across the board for altcoins. And altcoins also had really good setups, which is why I was making these songs and dances about it. If you're not a member, I suggest you maybe think about joining the Patreon. We do two live streams a week. You can ask me whatever question you want about whatever chart it is that you're looking at, and I'll give you my 2 cents on that, right? Because altcoins specifically over the last week have been flashing some decent buy signals on the Ichimoku clouds, whether it's on their Bitcoin pairs or on their Tether pairs. And look what happened to the altcoin market these last few days. You know, really good stuff. And that's not out of the blue. That's because buy signals were flashing. That's because momentum has been brewing. It's because Bitcoin has mostly been stable sideways, and now it's broken out from its, basically a sideways range with a bullish formation, which is your cupping handle. So just for reference, I mean, we can see what happened with the Dixie when it broke out of its cupping handle over here. So we got our cup, there's your lip, there's your handle, and there's your lip retest and your breakout. That's what Bitcoin is trying to work on right now. But there is another story behind all of this, which is your weekly 200 simple moving average retest, which took place yesterday. So that is technically, you know, a bearish retest on a larger time frame, so we do have to take that on board. We have to think, all right, well, that is what the bears have been waiting for, another retest of the 200 weekly moving average. That's where bears would be looking to stack up some shorts, because you might think, well, Bitcoin can't come down any lower, the low is already in, and that might be the case. As far as time and cycle is concerned, yeah, the low could easily take place, throughout the rest of this year, between now and all the way to maybe even December. So there's plenty of time for new lows to be formed. But for the moment, the momentum on the shorter term timeframes at least continues to be to the up. But that is a major pivotal area for it. But I have to say, though, it's had more relevance as resistance than it did as support. So whether we take it seriously or not, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely there. It's definitely worth thinking about. You can't ignore that kind of thing. And that comes in at just a little lower than 23,000 at the moment. So yeah, bullish on the short term as far as the formation and momentum is concerned. Major resistance around 23,000, which is fair enough. So all of this is effectively, what we were talking about last week. And I think that the major state of play would be a buy the dip kind of situation, but mostly for alts, the ones which have the best signals, the ones that we've been looking at on this channel or on the Patreon or through the Discord or whatever. And you can see it for yourself. You can see altcoins rallying and going crazy, can't you? You can see it. You've seen it with your own eyes these last few days. But I saw it with my eyes before it happened. So that's the beauty of trading. That's the beauty of trading. Not to make myself sound awesome, because I'm not. I'm just looking at charts, using the indicators as they're intended, and presenting that on the channel or on the Telegram or Discord or on the Patreon. So it's not me, it's the indicators. The indicators are telling me what's going on. It's not me going, I know something you don't. That's why I make these tutorial videos that you'll find. So you can do it too. I'm not a signals group. Far from it. I'd hate to do that. I'm just reading the charts that I'm most interested in and presenting them to people. But it would be much better for you to do it yourself. You know what I mean? That way you don't have to sit around waiting for a YouTuber to say something. Anyway, So yeah, Bitcoin basically, I think for the rest of the day is going to have this battle between the weekly 200 exponential, 200 simple moving average, about 23,000, and looking for a bullish retest of either this zone here, 21,600, or these moving averages lower than that, which is the 10 exponential coming in at around 21,000, and the last line in the sand really before a major breakdown again would be 20,500. That's your Bollinger Band center effectively. So I don't do this normally. I know lots of people ask why I don't do fib retracements, but I'll show you why basically. If we have a look at from the candle wick to the wick, you can see that there is kind of relevance to it. We've broken out of this low level here. We came up to more or less 23,000. Well, 23,161. That's 382 extension. The one above that is the 0.5 is going to take us to 25,000, and you can see that the lower zone here of the 236, they all more or less match moving averages, whether it's on a weekly, daily, or 4 hourly. I find the whole fib retracement thing kind of just, I know that it's relevant, but for me, moving averages are better because the trend, and if you're looking to buy dips on a trending move, you might not get your retracements. You will probably get movements on moving averages, as we see here on the 10 exponential, which is why I wouldn't be concerned if we break back down below this level. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more or less retest of that 10 exponential, which is also 21 exponential as well, coming in at around 21,100, and just lower than that we've got our last line in the sand, 20,600. But yeah, I'm bullish on this for a buy the dip situation. However, today I'm not going to be buying dips immediately, and if I am buying dips, it would be on altcoins, some of the ones I'm most interested in, the ones with the best setups, basically the ones that I've been talking about or the ones that I've been posting about. So there is a lot of opportunity in this market. And again, I've been talking about the everything bounce about 8 weeks ago, where I bought the bottom on stocks, the bottom on indexes. I talked about the top on oil and commodities. All of that is playing out very nicely, right? This is all TA applied to these charts. And people were saying, oh no, stocks are going to crash. Stocks are going to crash down to, they're going to go to zero. And I said, I think this is the low on stocks, at least for the minute. We're going to get something called the everything bounce. The everything bounce is playing out to an absolute treat. You see all these, guys on Twitter with all the followers now talking about stock market, and I'm like, well, I caught the bottom on that, all right? I know no one follows me, but I caught the bottom and I did tell everybody about it. I tried to make a song and dance about it, just like I did with the Matic video, before I went away. When something's good and when something offers an opportunity, I do try to make a big fuss about it. So the everything bounce is still playing out, despite inflation running high. And altcoins are still going to be the better state of play, I think, in the short term, because they are the ones with the buy signals and the trend continuation signals and the momentum and things. We do just have to be a little concerned about how far we take some of these. Like, obviously, Matic, I think, is mostly run its course. Having a look over here on your money flow index on the daily, on its Bitcoin pair comes in at 97, so that's not a place to be holding any Matic, I can tell you that. And obviously I'm out of that trade. I made 70% in 5 days. I might not have made 90%, but I made 70% in 5 days. Oh, come on, that's almost doubling the Bitcoins that I put into that trade. So you can't go wrong with this sort of stuff. It's a very tradable market. I've been saying this for the last few weeks, and if you follow the channel, you'll have seen how tradable it is. We've got that miniature alt season, doubled everything by 50%. We've got the bottom on stocks, we've got the top on oil, we've got the continuation, we've got more and more and more. We've even started up trading bots. I've almost doubled that account now on the trading bots, and they in the space of a month. It's a very tradable environment, all right? Very tradable. It's not as easy as straight up or straight down, and this is the beauty of trading. For the most part, you can trade any kind of market, even as a spot trader, which is primarily what I am. So I'm going to leave it with you there. We'll look for today for retests on Bitcoin. Closures below 20,500 be a bit of a problem. We'll be looking for 19,000 at least, and probably continue, maybe even lower than that. But at this very moment in time, momentum continues to be to the up, and so a bit of downside today would be absolutely fine, and probably almost I would say required, because it would be. And we'll probably continue with the momentum, a buy the dip, whether that's a buy the dip with Bitcoin or buy the dip with whatever altcoin it is that you have been studying with a decent setup. And if you haven't studied, join the Patreon. This is all we do twice a week, looking at altcoins and stocks and whatever, working out if there's any buy signals on there, how risky it is, and this, that, and the other. And there's learning stuff there for you too. It's not about me, trying to, feed you information that you can do. I'm not a signals group. it's a tutorial style. It's a very, yeah, I want you to learn it. I don't want you to be dependent on me presenting things to you. I want you to go off and learn it yourself. And that's what the Discord, I'm trying to make these YouTube tutorials for Patreon members, so they can go off and look at their own charts and then present them back to the group. Effectively like a big trading team. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. But yeah, look for a bit of a bullish retest and see if it's a buy the dip. And if it is a buy the dip, I'm still more interested in altcoins at this very moment in time for short term, probably quite aggressive trades. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.